Welcome. In this video, I'll be showing you two ways users can have input into your Scratch program. The first one we'll be doing is Ask and Answer. The Ask button is located in the sensory category or sensing category. We can drag it over. It's going to ask a question. We can change the question, and it's going to prompt users to enter their answer, and it will wait until an answer is entered. So you'll notice Sprite asks, "What's your name?" I can type my answer in here, and then we'll move on. Now it stored that last one in the spot called answer. So if I want Scratch to talk to me, I can now use that answer in what I want him to say. So I can use a say block, and instead of having him say hello, I want him to say my name. So I'm going to go back to sensing, and I'm going to pull the answer in there. So he asked my name. Again, I'm going to tell him, and then notice he'll say Kim. Now in the program we're going to use, we want multiple different kinds of input, but the answer will only keep the answer to the last question. So what we're going to need to do are create some variables. Find the variable category on the left, and we start by creating a variable. So we're going to make a variable. I'm going to call the variable name, and I want this to be available for all sprites, and click OK. Now, after I answer my question, I want it to set the variable name to whatever my answer was. So he asked me, "What's my name?" I say Kim, and I'll notice that it replaced name and it saved Kim as my name. This is helpful because now we can customize what he says. So imagine I want him to say hello to me. So if I want him to say hello, Kim, I'm going to have to put two items in this hello box. We're going to do that in the operators. So we're going to drag that green join up here, and I'm going to join hello and name. So I'm going to test this again. I'm going to go from the beginning. So I'm going to put a different name just so we can see. Notice it updated the name, and then it said hello to Bob. Okay, so I was impacting what happened in the program. In your project, you're going to actually ask additional questions. So we could have it share more about me. Like, "Hello, Kim." And then maybe it knew something else about me. "I'm glad to hear you like to swim." Okay. The second way we can have people have input into the programs is by clicking on different sprites. So imagine I wanted to have you pick between two foods and decide which one you liked. So let's start by getting two different sprites that can serve as our options. So I have my two sprites. I'm still going to program for my cat, and I'm going to have him give directions. So I'm going to tell him to click the food you like, is what he'll say. So now we have to program what happens to these sprites. So I am now programming for bananas. And we want something to happen when the user clicks on bananas. So maybe we decide we want the sprite to say and do something when we picked that option. So again, let's run and see what happens. So let's decide that when we click on the cake, we're going to change the backdrop. So when this sprite clicked, switch backdrop to, I'm going to go over and pick a backdrop. And so I'm going to change it to party. So let's see then what happens when I click on the cake. My backdrop changed. This should give you a good introduction of how to ask questions and have users click on a sprite for input. Make sure you follow all the conditions or requirements in the directions. I look forward to seeing your project.